Okay, so finally we have reached the end of the month. Today is 30th of June, the last day of June. And as promised, I am here delivering the final. It's not really an update because the month has already, it's over basically. So I'm just going to do a recap, a conclusion of my predictions that I made for NVIDIA and the SP500 Index. I will be doing NVIDIA first, so I urge you to watch my previous videos so you know how these charts can be actually read, what the circles mean, all of that context, so you can understand better. In my last video, I made the last recap somewhere around 18th of June. We covered that day. This was a special day because that's the day when NVIDIA became the world's largest stock. It became the king of all stocks. It dethroned Microsoft, and then after that we saw a significant dip. This is a very significant dip actually. This was of course also predicted by me. The only thing is that it occurred on the 20th of June. I was expecting this to happen on the 21, but really what we saw is that on the 21 of June, which is this day right here, we saw near the lowest levels. In 21 of June, which is marked in this red circle, and the 24th of June, which is the red circle right here, the next one, we saw the lowest point, the lowest position of NVIDIA after that peak, after NVIDIA became the world's largest stock. So I predicted not only when the day that NVIDIA will exactly become the king of all stocks, but I also predicted the days where NVIDIA will lose that crown and will get in a very low position. So I predicted both ways. This is a 100% accuracy prediction, and so far every single circle is correct, and I just want to be detailing the last circles of the month. So in my last video we cover all of these days all the way up to 25th of June, something like that, if I remember correctly. So let's begin right here on the 24th of June, which is again the start of this red circle. We have a downtrend on either 24 or 25. Like I said, it already happened on the 24th of June. That's when we reach the lowest levels since the day NVIDIA became the king of all stocks. Then after that, on the 25th of June, we saw a recovery, a slow and steady recovery, but nonetheless, it is the beginning of the, let's call it a recovery phase, something like that. Because so far you're watching that on the 26th of June, and on the 27th, and even on the 28th, the price basically did nothing. In fact, 27 and 28 of June are almost identical days. There's this same kind of small peak right here on the 27, and there's this one on the 28. And after that, the last final days, the last final hours of the day, basically the price just go to sleep and does absolutely nothing. On the 25, like I said, we saw the recovery, but on the 26, it begins like a very, very lazy phase where the price does nothing. It kind of just continues to recover from the massive loss that we saw on the 20 and the 21 of June. And this circle right here, these two circles, the green one, 27 or 28, and the red circle, which has 28 or 29. Those days, we begin right here with 27. So 27 was supposed to be an uptrend, but like I said, it was more like a yellow day. I mean, it kind of closed on a similar position than the one we started. It's very similar. I mean, this is a yellow day by all means. And also that happens again on the 28th of June. So when we saw that the recovery did not occur on the 27th, then what we have left is 20th of June. But remember, 28th of June is also shared by this circle, which is a red one. So what happened, if you remember my last video, I was expecting this day, 28th of June, to be extremely volatile, or could also be extremely lazy. And what we got here is that it was an extremely lazy day, another yellow day basically, where the price ended on a very similar position than the one we started with. And that's basically the end of the month for NVIDIA. The last circle, which is a green one, 29 or 30 of June. Remember, these days are not market days, so it doesn't open. That's why you're not seeing them. The only thing that I can possibly make out of this is that the 1st of July is going to be a green day, basically. Could be, could not be, because this is only for June. I have not made a prediction for July. But that's all I have for NVIDIA, basically. That's how we end on NVIDIA, a 100% prediction accuracy chart. I've been noticing that NVIDIA is one of the few stocks that I just absolutely love making. I mean, I do really have a passion for making predictions for NVIDIA, even though it's a evergreen stock, so it's always going up. But nonetheless, I do truly enjoy when the dips are this juicy, and when I predict successfully with 100% accuracy every single one of these dips, every single one. I really like NVIDIA. What else can I say? Now let's look at the SP500. We got a kind of similar story. Again, we'll be starting on 24th of June, which is the day that I think it was the last day in my last recap. As you can see, 24 was a day shared by two circles, the green and the yellow one. And what we got is basically a yellow day for the 24th of June. Wait, I'm mistaken. No, this is where the day begins. So what we got on the 24th of June was actually a very volatile day on the downtrend. You can see this is where the day ends. We clearly close on a lower position than the one we started. So this was a very volatile day. The 24th of June in this green circle was engulfed by the yellow one in terms of volatility. So that's what happened on the 24th. Now let's see, on the 25th of June, we saw a recovery, a similar recovery as the one we saw in NVIDIA. Remember, these charts are very similar, NVIDIA and the SP500, and it's not a coincidence because NVIDIA is the king of all stocks. So it makes sense that if this index is basically tracking the world economy, especially the US economy, then NVIDIA is the one single factor that can influence this chart the most. So recovery on the 25th of June, like I said. Now on the 26th, another recovery in a very similar fashion, with maybe not that much strength like the previous day, but nonetheless it was a recovery. And on the 27th of June, this is where these days the final circles come into play. So we got this red circle, 27 or 28, and the other one, which is 28 or 29, which means 28th of June is going to be a very volatile day, exactly like we saw a couple minutes ago with NVIDIA. So we got on the 27th of June. 27 was an uptrend, very sluggish uptrend, but nonetheless it was very similar the position than the one we closed and the one we started. But notice that on the 28th of June we reached another record level. This is a new height for the SP500, but after that, after these initial hours, the first couple hours, we saw the price absolutely plummet in like continuous fashion. We got several, all of the red candles are consecutive. This is very significant. This is very telling. It was indeed a downtrend, a very powerful downtrend that happened on the 20th of June. So this day, on this red circle, engulfed the one on the green circle. It was also a very volatile day, but a volatility on the downtrend, exactly like this red circle had into picture. And that's basically how we end on the SP500 index. Now, I truly enjoyed making this one. I've been noticing that most of my stocks, when they are related, really related, extremely related to the world economy, they tend to be 100% accurate. And I don't think this is coincidence, because I also make some geopolitical predictions in my Twitter, and they also come to fruition in a 100% accuracy fashion. So I really don't think this is a coincidence. It's been very fun. And like I said, you have until the next, let's say, the next Wednesday or Thursday, you have until these days to submit in the comment section the next stocks or the next forex pairs or whatever that you want me to cover. Remember, we're talking about only traditional stocks. I cover only crypto stocks in my other channel, which is the crypto channel, but you have a chance to participate, let's say. Anyways, guys, it's been fun. I'll be seeing you guys next month and with more predictions. And until next time, take care.